NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. Right now, the Bengals and Browns are getting set for their matchup. And as we approach kickoff, let's send you out live to Cleveland with our announcers, Andrew Catalan, Steve Tasker, and Steve Berline. Gentlemen.
JB, thank you. Welcome to Cleveland in December. It's snowing and the wind is swirling off Lake Erie for the 87th Battle of Ohio between the Bengals and Browns. A look at the standings in the AFC North. The Bengals have been to the playoffs 5 straight years, but they need a lot of help to keep that streak alive, while the Browns are still in search of their first win. And hi, everyone. Welcome to Week 14 of the NFL on CBS with Steve Berline. I'm Andrew Catalan. We're usually joined in the booth by Steve Tasker. However, with the weather expected to be a factor today, we've got Steve down on the sideline with the latest on the field conditions. Steve.
Yeah, and a factor it will be. It snowed steadily throughout warm-up. Now, the field is heated, so it won't freeze, but I've seen the conditions get bad enough here in Cleveland that if there's a significant snowfall, the field will get covered. It's not frozen, but it is going to be a factor. The wind is the real factor, and it adds an extra degree of difficulty for Robert Griffin III, who gets back in the lineup after being injured week 1. He has stayed engaged, stayed in meetings, given himself a chance to come back. Now, in a career that has been marred by injury, we have also seen flashes of true brilliance from RG3. He's going to try and get that done today for the Cleveland Browns. Now, in week 1, that injury right there sent him to the sidelines. He's back in today. Now, he comes back to a team that is winless, and let's face it, this is a team that is still looking for a starting quarterback. RG3 in these last 4 games of the season wants to stay upright enough to make the Browns believe he is that guy.
Yeah, keeping him upright, certainly a big key for the Browns. When these teams met back in Week 7, the Bengals defense hit Cleveland quarterbacks a season-high 11 times. And last week against the Eagles, Vontaze Burfict said that was arguably Cincinnati's best defensive performance of the season.
No doubt about it. And you look at what Vontaze Burfict himself did last week. He was Superman on that field for this Cincinnati Bengals defense. 15 tackles last week, 4 passes defense to go along with 2 big interceptions. That is what allowed this Cincinnati Bengals team to jump out in front of the Philadelphia Eagles, really playing at a high level. He is the Energizer Bunny for this defense. But on the offensive side of the ball, it all starts with Andy Dalton. Had arguably his best game of the year last week as well. The numbers speak for themselves. They scored on their first 6 drives of the game, jumping out to a 29-0 lead. Never looked back after that point. And why did it happen? Well, let's talk about what this offense has done without A.J. Green. He went out with a hamstring injury several weeks back. Brandon LaFell has been the veteran presence on this receiving core. Tyler Boyd, the rookie out of Pittsburgh, has stepped up. Tyler Eifert, the always consistent tight end, hitting his stride. You go along with that, you have Cody Core, another wide receiver rookie. All these guys have stepped up to make up for the loss of A.J. Green, and Andy Dalton now is having a lot of confidence in each of these young players.
Time now for Tools for Success. It's presented by Home Depot.
Well, for Cleveland, they're averaging 4.4 yards per rush attempt. That's 6th in the NFL, but don't be fooled. They were number 1 through the first 4 weeks of the season. In these last 8 weeks, they are last in the NFL. They've got to find that ingredient to help them win.
Well, and this Browns defense was gashed by Jeremy Hill in week 7. 9 rushes, 168 yards, including the 74-yard touchdown. They have got to shut Jeremy Hill down today. But the real key for Cincinnati, I believe, don't believe what you see. The 0-12 record the Cleveland Browns have, that is very misleading. This is the NFL. If the Bengals want to make the playoffs, they have to win out, and it starts today in Cleveland.
Well, for Cleveland Browns, Hugh the man. Hugh Jackson was the offensive coordinator for the Bengals. He knows this organization. They were all over the Bengals in the first half of the first meeting between these two teams, but it got away from them late. Hugh Jackson coming off the bye may be the ingredient that gets them this win.
Is today the day for the Browns? A rivalry renewed in the snow in Cleveland. Kickoff is coming up. You're watching Week 14 of the NFL on CBS.
Ohio State takes on second-ranked UCLA. Then number 6 Kentucky collides with 7th-ranked North Carolina. The CBS Sports Classic, Saturday on CBS.
The Survivor season finale, followed by the live reunion show, CBS Wednesday.
On December 21st, Warning, gravity failure.
Nothing happens by accident. Passengers. Rated PG-13.
When I was first starting out as an engineer, I had to rely on my credit cards. The high interest rates were frustrating. So I looked for a smarter solution. With a personal loan from SoFi, I was able to cut my interest rates by 50%, and I'm saving over $8,000. Now I am back on top of my finances, and it feels really good.
A personal loan from SoFi is the smart way to consolidate debt. Get your rate online in less than 2 minutes. Visit trysofi.com.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know the Wi-Fi password?
No good son-in-law. All one word.
Funny.
Not really.
Save $10 per night. Just stay 2 nights or more. Book today at daysin.com.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Mid-Size Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's lovely.
So graceful.
The corkscrew spin, flawless. His signature move, the Flying Dutchman. Poetry in motion.
And there it is, the baby bird.
Breathtaking.
A sumo wrestler figure skating? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Heather saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Do you know what's going on?
We woke up 90 years too soon.
There's something they didn't tell us.
There's a reason we woke up early. Our little secret.
Passengers. Rated PG-13.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Snow starting to pick up here in Cleveland as we move closer to kickoff between the Bengals and Browns. Today's game is being broadcast in Spanish, where available using the SAP button on your television. The 87th Battle of Ohio is next on CBS.
Presenting the Subway Fresh Buns, served to you by Subway Restaurants.
We are an unstoppable force, but we got to do it together.
Last week, the Steelers defeated the Giants with Ben Roethlisberger throwing for nearly 300 yards and 2 scores. Led by linebacker James Harrison and safety Sean Davis, Pittsburgh's defense had 2 sacks and 2 interceptions as the Steelers won their 3rd straight to stay in the race for the AFC North.
How do you stay fresh in a world where tastes and priorities are always changing? If you're Subway, you start by removing the artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors from your food. Support hundreds of growers, including many family-run farms. Serve customers 390 million pounds of fresh veggies. Offer packaging that's better for the planet, and use your size and resources to create healthy change around the world. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Good day for the ugly sweaters in Cleveland as we get set for the Bengals and Browns. Cleveland has lost 15 straight games going back to December of last year. It's 364 days since their last victory. We've been talking about the weather, 29 degrees, and even in the last 10 minutes, the snow has picked up. It's supposed to intensify throughout the afternoon and snow the entire game. As Steve Berline mentioned during our 12:30 hit on the NFL Today, throwing the football in the snow is not as big of a deal as the wind in the snow.
Wind and rain are a quarterback's worst nightmare when it comes to throwing the football. The snow does not affect the grip on the football. The cold temperatures do. The ball expands or it gets smaller or bigger with the cold weather. But as far as the grip on the football, snow really has no effect.
Cleveland won the toss, and they have deferred into the second half. So Cody Parkey kicks it away. It's a short kick. Bounces at the 12, picked up by Alex Erickson, and he is wrapped up at the 26-yard line. Andy Dalton has owned the Browns in his career, specifically last 3 games. 7 touchdowns through the air and no interceptions, and Dalton has thrown for at least 200 yards in all 12 games this season.
One more thing, guys, as this game gets started here on the sidelines, it snowed pretty steadily in the pregame, but now the wind has picked up. It's not snowing as hard, but the wind is blowing extremely hard right here on the surface.
Steve Tasker down on the field for us today. 1st and 10, and Cincinnati starts it on the ground with Jeremy Hill across the 30 and gang tangled at the 32-yard line. As we take a look at the starting offense for the Bengals, Eric Winston again gets his 2nd straight start at right tackle in favor of Cedric Ogbuehi. And Tyler Boyd is a guy that continues to make plays, the rookie out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd is a guy that you look at what he's done, especially in the absence of A.J. Green, been a huge addition to this offense, stepping up just as you would expect the high draft choice to do.
3rd straight game, A.J. Green is out with a hamstring injury. Although Marvin Lewis told us yesterday that A.J. had a good week of running and is closer to a return. Dalton's first pass of the day along the sideline, and incomplete, intended for Brandon LaFell. As we look at the Cleveland defense, the rookie Emmanuel Ogbah leads the team with 3 sacks on the season. And Christian Kirksey is 3rd in the NFL in tackles. He's got 111 on the season. That's a career high. And in the secondary for Cleveland, Jamar Taylor, Christmas came early for him. He signed a 3-year extension yesterday. Rex Burkhead comes into the game on 3rd down and 5 for the Bengals. Dalton throws, and it's caught for a 1st down by Tyler Boyd. He is a team-high 19 catches on 3rd down. That leads all rookies in the NFL.
Yeah, great catches. Hard to explain how difficult this catch is. In this weather, the ball coming ripped by Andy Dalton out in front of him and low. Nice job of squeezing that football with the big hands for the 1st down conversion.
Bengals were 7 of 14 on 3rd downs last week against the Eagles, and some trickery here as Boyd on the reverse has some room. Tyler Boyd down the sideline and shoved out at the 20-yard line. Bree and Buddy Calhoun finally caught up with him, but it's a gain of 39.
They had the Cleveland defense completely outflanked on that. They got a big misdirection. It was a very late handoff on the reverse, and the Bengals got all the way out in front of Boyd. He ran right down, fell out of bounds right in front of me. That was perfectly timed for the Bengals to pull off right in the beginning after that 1st down get.
Just his 2nd carry of the season. Jeremy Hill trying the right side and pushes his way to the 15-yard line.
And I'll tell you why that run, I believe, was so successful. When you look at what Jeremy Hill did to this Cleveland Browns defense the last time they played, 9 rushes, 168 yards. You know darn well that Hugh Jackson and this defense led by Ray Horton, the defensive coordinator, they're focused on Jeremy Hill. What did the Bengals do? They give it to Jeremy Hill. The Browns over pursue, and Boyd comes back on the reverse for the big play.
Tyler Eifert in motion on 2nd and 4. Play action. Dalton, plenty of time. Fires end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Eifert. His 4th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals jump out on top.
This is just what the Cincinnati Bengals wanted to do. Come down and take control of this game early. Made it look way, way too easy. Right here, a great route by Tyler Eifert. You saw the peek inside, and the ball on time. Clean pocket for Andy Dalton. Easy throw for the touchdown. Too easy if you're the Cleveland Browns.
That play action really froze the defense, no pun intended. They all rushed to the line of scrimmage. Eifert with the little move got wide open very quickly for that touchdown.
Mike Nugent has been far from automatic on extra points. He's missed 5 this season, but this one right down the middle. An impressive opening drive for Andy Dalton and the Bengals. Tyler Eifert gives Cincinnati a 7-0 lead.
So can I redeem my Rapid Rewards points at any time?
Thanksgiving.
4th of July?
Yes to any seat, any day, anytime. Just the way you want it. That's transparency.
This holiday, get an amazing deal on America's most awarded brand during the Ford year-end event. Ford, the brand with the most 5-star ratings, the highest owner loyalty, and award-winning value from Kelley Blue Book. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Shop now during the Ford year-end event. Get $1,000 Ford Smart Bonus cash on select models on top of all other great offers. See your local Ford dealer today.
Throughout my career in bridal and fashion, I have drawn my inspiration from around the globe. Jared's commitment to quality and craftsmanship has helped bring my designs to life. Each handset ring in the Vera Wang Love collection is my modern interpretation of timeless classics. Like all the most beautiful cities around the world, the ring should take her breath away. The Vera Wang Love collection. And now it's waiting for you at Jared.
Guys, we're moving out right now. The woman is trapped in her car at the bottom of the La Brea Tar Pits.
Submerged and alone.
In 35 minutes, she runs out of oxygen.
The car is falling!
And only this team can save her.
That's it. I'm gonna go. You go down there. The tar is going to...
Life-threatening burns in 15 seconds.
New Scorpion, Monday.
Tyler Eifert has 4 catches in the red zone this season. All 4 have gone for touchdowns. And now 17 receiving touchdowns since the start of last year. That's the most of any NFL tight end. Remember last week, the Bengals scored on their first 6 possessions against the Eagles. First time they had done that since 2009. Nugent kicks it away. And on the return, it's Ricardo Lewis. Lewis to the 15, and doesn't get any further than that. A penalty flag comes in. Today's referee is Gene Steratore.
Illegal block in the back, return team. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down, Cleveland. The number on the illegal block was 53.
And that's the rookie Joe Schobert. So that will back up Robert Griffin III and the Browns to start their opening drive. RG3 with his first start since week 1 against the Eagles. He injured his left shoulder. 20 passing touchdowns in 2012 and 20 since then.
And you don't want to have your first drive backed up in your own end zone to start the game with these conditions especially.
Isaiah Crowell next to Griffin, who's in the shotgun. And on first down, RG3 wants to run. And he is taken down at the 13-yard line. Look at the starting offense for the Browns. Jonathan Cooper gets the start at right guard, just his 12th NFL start. And Terrell Pryor, we expect him to be in a good matchup with Adam Jones today. Pryor and Jones exchanged words throughout the week.
Yeah, and they weren't words of affection or terms of endearment.
No holiday greetings.
No.
We'll get into that. 2nd and 4. Griffin picked up 6 on first down. Now looking to throw. Rolling right, chased out, and we'll just throw this one away. Good pressure coming from Geno Atkins. The Bengals defense led by Carlos Dunlap. He has a team-high 7 sacks on the season. And Carlos Dansby played the last 2 seasons for the Browns. Said he was pumped to be back at the dog pound now as a member of the Bengals. And in the secondary, Adam Jones in his 10th year out of West Virginia.
Yeah, 1 interception and 1 forced fumble for Adam Jones as we see Terrell
False
Pryor.
start. Offense number 11, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Saw Terrell Pryor jump off sides or move too soon. This is not, 3rd and 4 is a much different scenario than 3rd and 9. Terrell Pryor, he knows he cost his team right there. Every yard counts, especially when you're backed up at your own end of the field. Puts his team in a much more difficult situation.
Cleveland, the 3rd worst team in the NFL on 3rd downs this year. They convert at just a 34% clip. 3rd down and 9 following the penalty. Griffin fires too high and incomplete. That was nearly intercepted. That throw sailed on Griffin, and here comes the Cleveland punt team.
Yeah, that was Michael Johnson that almost intercepted that pass. It came with pressure off of Robert Griffin's left side, and that allowed Michael Johnson to drop back into zone coverage. A big defensive end, not used to dropping into pass coverage. He'd like to have another shot at that ball, I guarantee you.
Britton Colquitt to punt it away for the Browns. Erickson back deep. Short kick. Erickson from his own 45. And tripped up. Nice tackle there by Buddy Calhoun on special teams, but good field position for the Bengals when we come back.
Look, anyone who thinks you got to make a truck heavier to make it stronger has been working too long without a hard hat. Meet the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. They cut weight with a high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body and reinvested a big chunk of it to beef up the high-strength steel frame, forging the most capable heavy-duty pickup in America. Time to punch work in the face. This is the next level. This is the all-new Ford Super Duty.
This holiday season,
what if all we have is love?
Experience the event that will make you believe in holiday miracles.
Life's a gift, and you're wasting it.
It's the most moving film of the year.
I promise you, I'm not gonna give up.
Collateral Beauty, rated PG-13.
Not everyone speaks Sriracha.
Sriracha.
But when a fan says
Sriracha,
they want a Sriracha chicken sandwich with Sriracha Jack cheese, Sriracha infused aioli, and a Sriracha bun. Wendy's spicy Sriracha chicken sandwich for a limited time.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Amazon Prime. Get free 2-day shipping on millions of items. And by the all-new 2017 Ford Super Duty. This is the next level.
First quarter, and the Bengals lead the Browns 7-0. Andy Dalton told us last night that he has never played a game in the snow before, and he's never worn a glove on his throwing hand. But you can see that Andy Dalton is going with a glove today on his throwing hand. As they start this drive on the ground, he told us that earlier this season during walkthrough practices, he started experimenting with the glove because he thought, hey, maybe this is going to be a year where I'll have some snow. He said he practiced with it this week after he saw the forecast for Cleveland today and told us he would make a decision in warm-ups whether or not to use the glove, and obviously the decision has been made to wear it.
Yeah, and it's something I cannot relate to because back in the ancient times when I played, they didn't have gloves for quarterbacks, so I don't know the difference, but Andy Dalton obviously feels comfortable with it.
Did they have helmets back then? Completes this pass to Eifert at the 31-yard line. That's good for a Cincinnati first down.
Yeah, one of the things about that, it's not so much for the warmth, although that does help. It's more for the grip. Dalton told us your hands get so dry in the freezing cold that the ball doesn't feel the same, but the glove, at least it's a consistent grip. And you see there, no problem getting it to Eifert for the first down. But I agree. I think the glove gives you a more consistent grip. I know I was around when the glove started to be a thing for receivers. It just gives you the chance to attack the ball when it's coming in. And I think for quarterback, consistency with the grip is the reason you can use it on a day like today.
Cool. Dalton has started 3 out of 4 for 32 yards and a touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. Dalton is hit, and the ball comes out. And Eric Winston falls on it for the Bengals, but nearly a turnover by Dalton.
Yeah, this was just complete speed around the right side there. You see Winston just chasing Dunlap coming off the edge.
That was Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson
coming off the edge.
That was just speed right by Winston, who really did a poor job of taking his set the way he should as the right tackle. Andy Dalton really had no idea that pressure was coming.
3rd sack this season for Cam Johnson, a loss of 9 on the play. 2nd and 19. Dalton fires to Boyd, and Boyd to the 30-yard line, brings up 3rd and manageable after the 9-yard sack. Christian Kirksey on the tackle.
Yeah, you talk about the protection of Andy Dalton. The right tackle position for the Bengals has been a little bit of a revolving door. Winston got the start today, but it's been a rotation package, and if they can't get that buttoned up, Dalton's going to have to release the ball quicker, and this Browns team is going to load up.
3rd down and 9. Dalton to the sideline, and it's caught for a first down. Tyler Boyd again. His 3rd catch of the day, and he also has the 39-yard run.
Well, protection has been an issue for the Cincinnati Bengals. Andy Dalton sacked 32 times on the year coming into this game. The most he'd ever been sacked on a season was 29 times coming into this year. Obviously, when he's got the protection that he needs, the receivers are getting open, giving him a place to throw the football.
And Dalton was not sacked last week for the first time this season. The offensive line did a good job against the Eagles. 1st and 10, Rex Burkhead on the carry. He has taken the spot of Gio Bernard, who tore his ACL and is out for the year.
It's interesting about this game. A lot of people talked about with RG3 taking over at quarterback, it would be a different Cleveland Browns team, but you think about this Bengals team and look at the way they played last week. It's a much different team this time around than it was the first time as well. The last 2 weeks, last week against Philadelphia, and certainly in the early going here, the Bengals look like a much different football team than the 4-7-1 team that their record states.
7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jeremy Hill on the carry, has some room. Hill with the 10, and Hill knocked out by Tramon Williams at the 5-yard line. An 11-yard run, 1st and goal for Cincinnati.
Well, great call, great execution. Look at the right guard, Zietler, and you look at the right tackle, Eric Winston, pulling around the left side and leading up into that hole for Jeremy Hill. Very well executed play. You see right in front of you. I mean, it's almost unfair. You got a 320-pound lineman taking on a 230-pound linebacker in that hole, squared up.
Jeremy Hill again, and he lunges to the 1. Jeremy Hill, coming into the game, had 39 carries without a run longer than 7 yards. But on that play to set up 1st and goal, he went for 11.
We talked a little bit about the Browns going tempo. This is right now that the Cincinnati Bengals have really got an upbeat tempo. They're going up, quick snap count, and Andy Dalton is just getting him in and out of the huddle really fast, and the Browns defense is on its heels.
2nd down and goal. Hill up the middle, spins, and he is in for the touchdown. 8th rushing touchdown this season for Jeremy Hill. And that is his 28th rushing touchdown since the start of 2014, the most of anyone in the NFL. He came into the day tied with DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, this guy knows how to get the ball in the end zone. A true power running back who does have the speed to run away from you in the open field, but his bread and butter is between the tackles. He loves stuffing it up in there and smelling that end zone.
Here's Nugent for the extra point. High snap, and that one goes nowhere. Scooped up by the Browns. That's a live ball. They lateral it, and this is Demario Davis on the return. Davis pitches it back to Joe Hayden, trying to reverse field. This is like Cal Stanford for 2 points, though. Hayden still going to midfield, pitches it back, and finally the fun ends at midfield.
Well, let's hope that isn't the highlight of the day for the Cleveland Browns.
6:27 to go in the first quarter. And Mike Nugent with now his 6th missed extra point of the year.
This holiday, get an amazing deal on America's most awarded brand during the Ford year-end event. Ford, the brand with the most 5-star ratings, the highest owner loyalty, and award-winning value from Kelley Blue Book. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Shop now during the Ford year-end event. Get $1,000 Ford Smart Bonus cash on select models on top of all other great offers. See your local Ford dealer today.
I'm Clay Matthews, and I'm good at football. And so is Verizon. Because now you can watch every live, local, and primetime game on your phone with NFL Mobile, exclusively on Verizon. All without using your data. That's better than good. It's the best. And I'm the best. Watch live NFL games, NFL Red Zone, and more with NFL Mobile, all in HD, only on America's best network.
You love all-day breakfast, but you don't love that you can't get all your favorites. But now you can get more of what you love, so you can find something else to not love, like hearing the sound of your own voice. Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
There are some people you should give underwear to this holiday. And there are some people you shouldn't. You shouldn't give underwear to everybody, but for those you do, give them Fruit of the Loom.
The all-time comedy classic Dick Van Dyke Show is in color for the first time. I like it. Don't miss the gang in a special show. CBS tonight.
On Tuesday, the Browns' Sean Coleman and Randall Telfer visited a nearby children's hospital to deliver gifts for the holiday season. Coleman was diagnosed with leukemia in 2010 and cleared to play football again in the spring of 2012. The players were also joined by local members of the U.S. Marine Corps. 6:27 to go first quarter. Bengals lead the Browns 13-0. Last week, Cincinnati had 80 yards rushing the entire game. Already in the first quarter today, they have 74 yards rushing.
Well, remember, the first meeting between these two teams in Week 7, Cincinnati ran for 271 yards against the Browns. So until Cleveland shows that they can stand up and stop the run, Cincinnati will keep pounding Jeremy Hill and company up in there.
Last week, Hill had 23 carries for 33 yards. Today, he has 6 carries for 33 yards. Ricardo Lewis on the return from his own 4-yard line. Lewis is taken down by Fedulum. And again, poor field position for the Browns. Well, it's another missed extra point for Nugent, although this is not all on him, Steve Tasker.
Well, watch as Huber gets the punt down. It rolls out of his hand and is laying almost flat on the ground when Nugent comes through. You know, every time, Nugent's had a rough season, no question. But for every time you miss a kick, there's a story behind it. The problem is nobody wants to hear it. And Huber, the holder, who's the punter as well, that ball was laying flat on the ground when Nugent kicked it. That's why the play went awry for the Bengals.
You can't take any ball handling for granted on a day like today.
Second drive for the Browns. And a play action. Griffin chased out of the pocket, angling toward the sideline and out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Well, this is a drive the Cleveland Browns really need to stand up and get something out of. I'm not talking about a few first downs. I'm talking about a touchdown, field goal at a minimum, just to keep this crowd and to keep their own team into the ball game. RG3 right there did a good job, not liking what he saw up the field, take what you can get. 2nd and 3 is a very, very good situation for an offense.
Second down and 3. And here's Duke Johnson. And Johnson is spun down. Our first update today. Let's go back to New York. JP and Coach Cowher.
Arizona answers back.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill threw a touchdown pass, but then Arizona came back. J.J. Nelson, 56 yards on the reverse, and surprise, surprise, missed extra point. Miami leads 7-6.
Back to Andrew.
Guys, thank you very much. Arizona needs to win out and get some help in the NFC. 3rd down and 1 for the Browns. Johnson up the middle, and he is right at the change. He got smacked by Vontaze Burfict.
I got to tell you, I'm standing here on the down marker, and you know, we've watched and we've heard a lot about Vontaze Burfict and how well he's been playing in the last month. You have no idea the kind of play this guy's been putting together. Vontaze Burfict is a monster. Nobody is playing inside linebacker in the NFL as well as he is. And right there is another example of it.
Look at this. Hugh Jackson told us he may be a little more aggressive as the Browns look for their first win. Going for it on 4th and 1 from his own 20, and RG3 falls forward. This will depend on the spot.
It looks like they're going to give him the spot on the near side. We'll see what happens. As you can tell, Vontaze Burfict and the defense want no part of that spot.
What do you think of this decision? First quarter on your own 20-yard line.
We brought it up to Hugh Jackson yesterday. He said, yeah, maybe, but he didn't act like it was going to be an enormous thing. But, hey, they're down 2 touchdowns in an 0-12 season. Well, I'm kind of for it. I get it.
I love it because you're down 14-0, all right? You're already in a hole, and this crowd is already having bad vibes right now. You go for it right now. I think you got to roll the dice in this situation.
I agree, and they got it. They got it.
Wow.
Wow.
By a snowflake.
You got to have, I'm telling you, no matter what, 0-12 or not, in a hole or not, you got to have a big brassy set of courage to make a call like that, going for it, 4th and 1 in your own end. That is courageous, even though everything is getting thrown to the wind here. Man, oh man.
First down and 10. That's Pryor in motion for the Browns. They hand it off to Duke Johnson, trying to get to the outside. Chased by Maualuga, and Johnson across the 30. A nice run by Duke Johnson on first down. NFL on CBS is now on CBS All Access. Stream your local games live. Go to cbs.com/NFL now to try it free.
10-yard penalty, replay, first down.
And that run is coming back because of a holding call on the first-year tight end, Randall Telfer.
Wow, just when you get a little momentum, you get the nice spot in the first down, and a good run by Duke Johnson right there to come out on first down, and all of a sudden back to reality. A negative play, holding, 10-yard penalty. Back in the hole now, the Cleveland Browns.
First down and 19 following the penalty. Griffin loads of time, loads up deep down the field, one-on-one, and it is incomplete. He was trying to connect with Corey Coleman. Those two hooked up for a 58-yard gain back in week 1.
Just a little bit late from Robert Griffin III on this throw. He showed his arm off right there, though. Hugh Jackson told us there's no question this guy has the arm to play in the elements of the AFC North. He lets that ball go a long, long ways, but you saw him take 2 hitches on that. If you're going to throw a post route off the play action, you got to come out of that fake 1 hitch and get that ball up. You want to have a chance to complete it.
The safety, Sean Williams, on the coverage. Second down and 19. High snap. Isaiah Crowell's first carry today. To the 16, it will be 3rd down and long for the Browns. And this season, Cleveland averages 3rd and 8, which is the worst in the NFL.
It was interesting coming into this game with RG3 at quarterback. How how much they were going to let him run the football. We've seen him keep it a couple of times, but let's face it, they want to evaluate how good he's going to be for them the rest of the way and into the future. Put him at risk at that. I think they're showing a lot of faith in a guy who hasn't played football in 3 months.
Well, they got no choice, Steve. I believe you. I mean, you're down 14-0. You got to make a play here.
Perfect sideline to Telfer, just his second catch of the season, and he's well short of a first down. Drake Kirkpatrick on the tackle, and out comes the punt team for Cleveland.
Well, the 4th and 1 ended up getting them just another chance to punt the football away on a 4th and 8. So, but I do think it sent a message. Getting the 4th and 1, giving themselves a first down, even though they couldn't make anything out of it. I think Hugh Jackson did send a message not only to his own team, but also to the Bengals. You got to think about what they're thinking now when they get into a 4th and short.
That was the first completion for RG3 today. He's 1 for 4 for 7 yards. Side ball kick out of bounds inside the 25-yard line with 2:13 to go in the first quarter. 13-0 Bengals.
The machine, what is it?
It allows you to see, hear, and feel the memories of your ancestor. Cal, you're an assassin.
Nice.
Assassin's Creed, rated PG-13.
Best Buy makes the holidays easy by helping you pick the right device with Verizon. Why, if we made the holidays any easier, you could carve turkey with laser vision. Holiday gifting made easy at Best Buy.
This holiday, get an amazing deal on America's most awarded brand during the Ford year-end event. Ford, the brand with the most 5-star ratings, the highest owner loyalty, and award-winning value from Kelley Blue Book. Giving drivers what matters most. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. Shop now during the Ford year-end event. Get $1,000 Ford Smart Bonus cash on select models on top of all other great offers. See your local Ford dealer today.
Faster, faster, faster. On that old PC, you should retire that too. You know.
I know. New PCs are lightning fast to play 4K video.
And yet here is the world's fastest swimmer on the world's slowest computer.
You know about it. Now do something about it. Upgrade to a new PC powered by Intel.
So why haven't you upgraded?
It keeps me humble.
Catch TV's #1 new comedy, Kevin Can Wait. CBS Monday, 8/7 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And by Intel. Upgrade to a new PC with powerful performance.
There was a moment of silence before today's game for John Glenn, the first man to orbit the Earth, served 4 terms as U.S. Senator from Ohio. He died Thursday at the age of 95. And flags at half-staff here at FirstEnergy Stadium, late first quarter. And the Bengals have a 13-0 lead on the Browns. 1st and 10, Jeremy Hill runs into his own man, bounces it outside and tripped up from behind. Jeremy Hill nearly broke that one, but Demario Davis was able to trip him up.
Well, about now is when this Cleveland defense needs to step up and make a stand. They've provided very little resistance on the first 2 drives of this game, which is why it's on the verge of being a blowout already. They need to step up and get the ball back for their offense in decent field position.
Problem with Cleveland this year is pressure. They only have 17 sacks. That's the fewest amount in the NFL. 2nd down and 8. Hill. He's hit hard at the 25-yard line. Demario Davis again coming up to make the tackle, and it's 3rd down. Take a look at the sack differential this year for the Browns. As I've just mentioned, they've only had 17 on defense, which is the fewest in the NFL, and they've allowed 45, which is the most in the NFL. And the Bengals also on this list, which is a bit of a surprise considering their defense with a lack of sacks this season. 3rd down and 5 for Cincinnati. Browns bringing the pressure. Dalton incomplete, and a flag is down back at the 21-yard line. this appears to be going against the Bengals.
Illegal formation offense. Number 74 was not on the line of scrimmage. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
Jake Fisher called for the penalty, so Kevin Huber, the punter, will come out for the first time today.
That was a well-timed blitz by the Cleveland defense. Ed Reynolds, the safety, came right up the gut in Andy Dalton's face. Good time and a good execution for the Browns.
Just 2 punt returns this season for Joe Hayden, but he's back there and calls for a fair catch at his own 30-yard line with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Once you get in the Army, you hear the term Ranger, and you look at it as the highest standards. I was extremely proud to be part of the 1st Ranger Battalion. When I was deployed, I knew that USAA was taking care of my wife when she was back home. And now I know with my son, the USAA will continue to provide the insurance and protection we need.
They always say, you've served your country, so we're here to serve you.
My name is Alejandro Villanueva, and I'm a USAA member for life.
Call USAA today to talk about your insurance needs.
As soon as I left the hospital after a DVT blood clot, I sure had a lot to think about. What about the people I care about, including this little girl? And what if this happened again? I was given warfarin in the hospital, but wondered, was this the best treatment for me? So I asked my doctor, and he recommended Eliquis. Eliquis treats DVT and PE blood clots and reduces the risk of them happening again. Yes, Eliquis treats DVT and PE blood clots. Eliquis also had significantly less major bleeding than the standard treatment. Both made me turn around my thinking.
Don't stop Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. If you had a spinal injection while on Eliquis, call your doctor right away if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. While taking Eliquis, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
Eliquis treats DVT and PE blood clots, plus had less major bleeding. Both made Eliquis the right treatment for me. Ask your doctor if switching to Eliquis is right for you.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
Final 48 seconds of the first quarter in Cleveland. The Browns trail 13-0, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Griffin under center, Crowell at running back. Play action. Griffin, good protection. Now lets it go down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Intended for Corey Coleman again. And the Browns fans looking for a flag. Coverage by Adam Jones. Looks like the snow is starting to pick up down there, Steve Tasker.
Yeah, the wind is picking up and the snow's continuing to fall. You can see it on the edge of the plays. The defensive backs and the wide receivers, guys on the outside, are struggling with their footing. They can't come back to the football on deep throws like the one you just saw, and they're having trouble coming in and out of their breaks on the offensive side. But that is going to be a factor, because even though the quarterbacks and the offensive linemen have got pretty good footing, the guys who plant hard at the edges of the play are struggling with their footing. So it's going to affect the throwing game.
They reverse it here, and it's Coleman trying to get away from Pecco. He does, but not much doing on that play. All week, the Bengals talked about how dangerous Hugh Jackson would be coming off a bye, being creative with different formations and play calls, and that was another one there by Hugh, but not much doing.
Well, those kind of play calls usually only work when you're in a desirable offensive situation. A 3rd or 2nd and 9, right there, a fake play action fake and then a reverse. The defense is not going to be as susceptible to a big play in that type of a situation. They're not going to be playing as aggressively to the run.
This is the end of the first quarter.
The Browns will have a 3rd down when we come back. It's the end of the first quarter with Cincinnati leading 13-0.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid for only $10 per month. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
In 5 days.
Punch it.
For family.
Trust the Force.
For honor.
Make 10 men feel like 100.
For each other.
Are you with me?
All the way.
Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Rated PG-13.
It was hard enough finding the right girl. But the perfect ring? There's no pressure there.
You found the perfect girl. Now let me and the diamond experts at Zales help you find the perfect ring. The Vera Wang Love Collection. Designed for Zales, the diamond store.
You gotta be cool, calm, collected, look your fear in the eye. You gotta be shaking off the pressure, gotta be taking your time. You gotta say,
Let's put a new spin on gift giving and go to a place with the best gifts and best brands all in one place. Let's put something under the tree that will get used all year. Right now, this Husky Mechanics tool set is just $59.97, only at the Home Depot.
New Thursday. Get ready for one magical night.
I thought I'd let Harry Potter make things hotter.
Wowza. A new Big Bang Theory. Then, can the boss teach this millennial some old school ways to score?
I know more about women than anyone except Gloria Steinem and John Mayer.
A new great indoors after a new Big Bang Theory. CBS Thursday.
Start of the second quarter in snowy Cleveland. The Browns 0-12, looking for their first win in a year, trailing the Bengals 13-0 with Steve Berline in the booth, Steve Tasker on the field. I'm Andrew Catalan, our entire NFL on CBS crew, and the Browns start the quarter with 3rd down and 9. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far today.
They got to make a play here. Robert Griffin III has got to step up and make a play to keep this football for his offense.
Three on the play clock. Griffin takes the snap. Griffin flushed out, gets away from Johnson. Now RG3 going the other way. Throws on the run, it's caught for a first down. Gary Barnidge, the tight end, picks up 12 on 3rd and 9.
Well, that's what we're talking about right there. Buying some time in the pocket, extending the play. I thought he had a couple of opportunities to get rid of this ball before he finally did to Barnidge, but you got to tip your hat. He's an incredibly talented athlete, makes a nice throw right here, and Barnidge does the rest.
Just his 5th catch in the last 4 games for Gary Barnidge. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Two on the play clock. Griffin with a flag down, throws, and it's dropped by Rashard Higgins.
Yeah, that's a play where that ball came out of his hand and then started tumbling about halfway there. It started to wobble and took a nosedive. It got affected a little bit by the wind. Even a throw like that, this is going to be an illegal procedure call against the Browns. But I think that last play with RG3 moving outside the pocket, that's going to be their offense. They're going to need about a handful of plays like that to get back in this game.
Offense. Number 2 receiver, the slot receiver, was covering the tight end. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Hey, Steve Tasker, see if you can get a look down there at those footballs. I think this is a wetter kind of a snow, I believe, the way it's coming down. Does it feel wet to you? Because the balls look like they are being affected by the weather conditions.
Yeah, well, the field isn't frozen, so whenever they set the ball on the ground to snap it, they're rolling it around in the wet snow. So they may hand it in there dry, but it gets wet pretty quick.
Griffin fires incomplete, was looking for Barnidge again.
That's Vontaze Burfict. I mean, that guy is everywhere. But that is a phenomenal play by him.
You're right, Steve, but I think it was also miscommunication by Gary Barnidge and Robert Griffin. Barnidge did not look like he was even ready for that football.
Now, Barnidge was ready for the hit from Burfict. He was looking right at him. That ball hit him in the side.
Yeah, that's also maybe a little rust on the part of a quarterback who hasn't played in 13 weeks.
Which Hugh Jackson said he expected today from Griffin. He said he was not expecting him to play a perfect game. Crowell picks up a couple. 3rd down and long coming up for Cleveland. Michael Johnson on the tackle.
This is the kind of inconsistent play that the Browns have put out there. They get themselves into a position, even with pretty good field position, and they end up in 3rd and 12. They just can't get a break on first and second down. They can't get themselves in a position to stay on the field offensively.
Third down and 13. Griffin steps up, throws incomplete. He was feeling the heat, had to get rid of it. And it's fourth down and long. And now there's an injured Bengal down on the field. It's Carlos Dunlap, who leads the team with 7 sacks on the season.
I think Dunlap got caught by RG3's heel, got hit in his solar plexus, not the wind knocked out of him on the tackle.
Timeout on the field.
New Money can refund your return shipping costs. So if it's just not doing the trick, you can send it back on us.
Wow, you're really festive? Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now. Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I used to ask if you could hear me now with Verizon. Not anymore. I switched to Sprint because their network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon, and they save you 50% on most current AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon rates.
Why is this one twice as much?
This one right here has 1% more needles.
Why pay twice as much for only a 1% difference? We'll take this one.
Can you hear that?
Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much. Happy holidays to you and your family. Switch to Sprint today.
Christmas comes to NCIS.
And we brought presents.
With a tale from the past.
Mother? Oh my God!
Ducky? New NCIS. Then, a murder takes Bull back to his hometown.
I always hated you.
Well, if it was easy, it wouldn't be fun.
Bull, after NCIS, new Tuesday.
Carlos Dunlap was able to walk off under his own power. Now the Bengals training staff attending to his neck on the sideline. Fourth down and 13 for the Browns. Colquitt to punt it away for the third time, and it's Erickson back deep for the Bengals. Erickson comes up to the 21-yard line. And Erickson is brought down at the 35. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, recognizes NFL players who have made a significant impact on both the game and in their communities. Each NFL team nominates one player for the award, with the winner being announced at the NFL Honors Award Show on February 4th. This year's nominee for the Bengals is Andy Dalton, and for the Browns, it's Joe Thomas. To learn about all of this year's nominees, visit NFL.com/Man of the Year. First and 10 for Cincinnati from the 35-yard line. And it's Boyd again. Had one carry the entire season. That's his second of the day.
Well, Cincinnati just trying to mix it up so that the Cleveland Browns can't key totally on Jeremy Hill. That was the jet sweep trying to get to the edge, but played very well by the Cleveland defense, sideline to sideline, just stretching that play all the way to the boundary.
It's a Cincinnati offense that had a season-high 559 yards against the Browns back in Week 7. So far today in the snow, 124 yards for the Bengals, and a 13-0 lead as Burkhead has the carry across the 40. We met with Andy Dalton last night, and now that Rex Burkhead is getting a chance in place of the injured Gio Bernard, he said that Burkhead, this is Dalton now, one guy who deserved an opportunity for such a long time and never got it. And of course, Dalton doesn't want Gio Bernard to be hurt, but I think everyone on the team is happy to see Rex Burkhead finally getting an opportunity to carry the football.
Yeah, he said of all the guys on the team, nobody he could think of that deserves it more, and that's quite a tribute.
3rd down and 3 for the Bengals. There's a flag down as Eifert makes the catch that would move the chains if the play stands. Jamie Collins on the tackle.
Well, I think it's going to be illegal formation. Andy Dalton moved the wide receiver Tyler Boyd out, and I think he lined up on the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. Result of the play. 1st down.
As I said, offsides on the defense.
Right. I got to tell you that it's crazy how these conditions affect it. But I was standing over here, and the Bengals All-Pro left tackle Andrew Whitworth came up and talked to me. He said, "Hey, could you tell the guys in the booth to turn the air conditioner on? It's a little bit warm out here." Keeping a guy who's in the middle of it. I can't believe how big these guys are. I mean, it's absolutely mind-boggling that these guys are playing this athletic game.
Play action. Dalton wanted to take a deep shot. Nobody home, and now he goes down. Ogba on that sack as we go back to New York. An NFL Today update with JB and Coach Cowher.
Pittsburgh domination.
Yeah, the other snow game happening today. Le'Veon Bell taking this one over. 2nd touchdown of the day, 7 yards out there. As Pittsburgh leads and have been dominating the game 14-0 over Buffalo.
Hey, I think you guys have seen very accurately Andrew, Steve.
Well, the good news for Steve Tasker is that he has to drive home to Buffalo today. So it looks like you're in for a snowy drive there, Mr. Tasker. 2nd and 15. Erickson across midfield. And Erickson has a Cincinnati 1st down.
Wow, that was well executed on the outside. Great throw by Dalton to get rid of it as quickly as he did. And then the interference was there, and Erickson picks his way through. Great job out front by Jake Fisher. Right at the point of attack, and they got that 1st down. What a great play on a long 2nd down.
Just the 5th catch this season for Alex Erickson. Andy Dalton continues to spread it around without A.J. Green on the field. It's Burkhead on 1st down, and he's crunched at the line of scrimmage. Collins coming up to meet Rex Burkhead, but in meeting with Andy Dalton yesterday, and he said that the amount of reps he's gotten over the last few weeks with some of the younger receivers is starting to show up. When A.J. Green went down, guys like Erickson, Cody Core weren't getting a lot of reps with Andy Dalton. Now they are in practice, and it's making a big difference.
Andy Dalton's been forced to let go of his security blanket. A.J. Green and these young receivers have earned his confidence now, and led by Brandon LaFell, the veteran, but the other younger receivers stepping up and really showing Andy Dalton he can count on them.
7th play of the drive. Dalton throws, and it's caught again by Boyd, and he's taken down by Jamar Taylor.
That was actually a great example of what we're talking about right here. This is a hot adjustment. You saw the blitz coming off the side, and hot means that there's nobody to block that in man. And for the quarterback to have the confidence that receiver's going to see it, make the break, and react the way he's supposed to, it takes a lot of confidence. And right there, Dalton showing he's got the confidence in the rookie 2nd-round draft choice.
He's hit on 8 of his last 10. It's 3rd down and 4. Cincinnati 3 for 4 on 3rd down so far today.
Got man coverage across the board.
Dalton in trouble, and he's sacked again. 3rd sack today by the Cleveland defense. Remember, they came in with the fewest sacks in the NFL.
Yeah, it was the man coverage that allowed them to get that pressure. They brought an extra guy, and the pocket just absolutely collapsed. And some of the problems that the Bengals have had at right tackle got them again. The speed rush off the edge, and then the interior collapses the pocket. That thing got there in a hurry. They got pressure on that pocket in a big hurry up front for the Browns.
Ogba, Collins, Meter all getting back there for Cleveland.
And Andy Dalton did a good job recognizing it, got to what he thought was a good play, but they just got beat up front.
Huber trying to pin Cleveland deep, and he does just that. Downed at the 1. What a punt by Kevin Huber.
Is it a force of nature or a sales event? The season of Audi sales event is here. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models during the season of Audi sales event.
Now, Straight Talk Wireless has more high-speed data than ever before. We're talking double the data for just $10 more. That's 10 gigs of high-speed data to stream more video and more music, more whatever you want. All on America's largest and most dependable 4G LTE networks. Choose from 2 great plans. Our unlimited plan with 5 gigs of high-speed data, or double your data for just $10 more. Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
Hi. Hey. I've made plans for later in case the state doesn't go well.
Same here. Wouldn't it be great if everyone said what they meant? The Citi Double Cash Card does. Earn 1% cash back when you buy and 1% as you pay. Double means double.
This holiday, one store is the store to get your romantic on. Kay Jewelers. Right now, save up to 30% on select diamond fashions, including shimmering diamonds and rhythm. So go to Kay and get your kiss on. Every kiss begins with Kay.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Audi. Kay Jewelers. For 100 years, every kiss begins with Kay. And by Straight Talk Wireless. Best phones, best networks, half the cost.
The Browns will start this drive at their own 2-yard line. They trail 13-0 with 7:57 to go in the first half. Snow continues to fall here in Cleveland for the 87th Battle of Ohio. Third time today, the Browns are starting inside their own 15. A flea flicker from their own end zone into triple coverage, and it's intercepted by George Iloka. Has some blockers on the return. Iloka is shoved out of bounds. Curious play call there by Hugh Jackson and the Bengals, and the Browns rather, and it proves costly.
I think it's a great play call, but it's just bad execution by RG3. If Hugh Jackson's calling this play, hoping they can catch Cincinnati off guard and pop a big play. There's a good hard run fake. He actually gives the ball to the running back, and the ball's going to come tossed back to Robert Griffin III. He's got time. The receivers up the field are covered. You can see there's 3 defenders over there. A decision that I think you would question in terms of throwing the football into that kind of a crowd. RG3 should have gone to a check down or just thrown the football away. You do not want to give the ball back to your opponent on your side of the field like that.
3rd interception this season by Iloka. And now the Bengals with great field position. Dalton throwing on first down, completes it to Jeremy Hill. Hill with just his 18th catch of the season.
You talk about that interception, and the reason it happens, flea flickers just take so long to develop that the receiver can outrun the arm. I mean, you get a guy like Terrell Pryor, he can just go down the field further than the quarterback can throw it, and it turns into a jump ball no matter what. The key is getting rid of it as fast as you can, and RG3 takes an extra hitch, and it blows the play up.
Well, the receiver's got to buy that extra time, too. Can't be in a hurry. Terrell Pryor could have helped out a little bit.
Jeremy Hill trying to get to the outside, and Hayden is able to shove him out of bounds. Hill almost got to the edge, but good enough for a first down, a gain of 10.
Well, as we see the Bengals again running the football well to keep themselves in desirable situations right here. Nothing fancy, just a nice cut by Jeremy Hill, bouncing it to the outside, getting that one-on-one matchup with the corner. They'll take that every day.
How about Andy Dalton's numbers in the red zone this season? 11 of his 15 touchdown passes have come in the red zone, and he has 0 red zone interceptions. Back to the ground with Jeremy Hill, has the 10, trips over his own man, and down at the 6.
Well, all of this magnified again by a guy that needs to play well today and the rest of this year for his own cause, RG3. You got to know situational football. When you're backed up in your own end zone, you cannot just carelessly throw the football up there, as Steve Tasker pointed out as well. If it's not there, you got to show your coach you know what to do with the situation. You get rid of the football out of bounds and live to see another day.
Cincinnati looking for its 3rd red zone touchdown of the day. 2nd and goal. Eifert at the bottom of your screen. And now a timeout called for by Andy Dalton and the Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Clock is stopped with 5:53 to go in the first half.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Call me but love. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. My love is deep, the more I give to thee. 1,000 times good night.
Wow, you're really festive? Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now. Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
There's your cue. Go, go, go.
Cut. Good job, everybody. But I feel like we're missing something. Something special.
What about a star? Somebody looking for a star? This was just sitting out front.
I catch every ball thrown my way to earn this gear. But Grandma Margaret went to NFLshop.com and got the same gear for her grandson Dominic. The best place to get authentic NFL gear this holiday, NFLshop.com.
Jeremy Hill on the Bengals sideline. He appeared to be a little shaken up on his last run, so he'll watch this play on 2nd and goal for Cincinnati. Rex Burkhead joins Dalton in the backfield.
Number one threat here again in the red zone. Tyler Eifert, as good as anybody.
Dalton with time, throws, completes it at the 5 to LaFell, and he is thrown down by Jamie Collins again. Collins has done a nice job since coming over in the trade with the Patriots. Let's take another look at that run, though, by Jeremy Hill on 1st down, and watch his left shoulder at the end of this run.
Yeah, it's not that this run's important, but watch right there as his elbow locks out underneath him, and he walked off the field still on the sidelines. And he was dragging that elbow a little bit as he walked off. And you see there, arms crossed.
3rd down and goal. Cleveland's defense trying to force Cincinnati into a field goal attempt. Dalton, quick throw, caught. Touchdown, 2nd of the day for Tyler Eifert. And the snow is not slowing down the Bengals offense at all. A 19-0 lead.
Well, the last 2 weeks, this Bengals team looking more like the Bengal team we were expecting coming into this 2016 season. All 3 phases of their game clicking. Tyler Eifert and Ed Reynolds having a few words right there, but Tyler Eifert has pointed out a couple plays ago, one of the very best tight ends in the NFL in the red zone right there. Andy Dalton makes the Browns pay the price.
So here's Nugent for the extra point. Remember what happened the last time with the hold by Huber. This time it's a good snap, good hold, and the extra point is good. So the RG3 interception leads to 7 points for the Bengals. Dalton to Eifert for the 2nd time today.
Wow, you're really festive? Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about. Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now. Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
Macy's presents the Le'Veon Collection, exclusive provider of natural chocolate diamonds, rich in history and exquisite design, desired the world over. From royalty to the red carpet, give her a moment she'll treasure forever with exclusive Le'Veon styles from Macy's. Like 3/4 carat total weight chocolate and vanilla diamond earrings, only $9.99. A 1 1/4 carat total weight chocolate and vanilla diamond ring, $17.99. Or this 2 carat blueberry tanzanite ring, $18.99. Le'Veon at the jewelry store at Macy's.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid for only $10 per month. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. Make the right call. Drink responsibly. And by Macy's.
Back in Cleveland, Cincinnati has a 20-0 lead. Saturday, CBS Sports serves up 3 scoops of hoop. First, Memphis tangles with Oklahoma, and then it's the CBS Sports Classic from Las Vegas. Ohio State against UCLA, and Kentucky takes on North Carolina, all coming up Saturday. College hoops on CBS. Tyler Eifert now with 5 red zone catches this season and 5 red zone touchdowns this season. Cincinnati takes advantage of the Griffin interception, and they lead it 20-0. Here's Lewis on the return. Lewis out of bounds with a flag down late. Lewis ran out at the 17-yard line. Gene Steratore, also a college hoops referee.
During the return, holding, return team number 57. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Penalty number 5 against the Browns here in the first half.
Now this Browns team now has allowed 20 points today. This is the 13th game. All 13 games this season, they've given up 20 points. It's only happened 4 times in the history of the NFL that a team has given up 20 or more points in every game of the season. So not a statistic that Cleveland Browns are proud of at all.
And again, poor field position for the Browns to start this drive. Crowell finds a hole. Crowell to the 25-yard line. A little light from the Browns. A gain of 19. Iloka made the tackle.
Yeah, this one came right up the middle of the field. Right there, you see the big blocks and just weaving through the traffic. There's nowhere to run there, and Crowell finds his way through the crack in the wall of the Bengals defense. That was well run. Nice patience, great vision by Crowell to find that little crease and get the big play.
Crowell has the longest run in the NFL this season, an 85-yard touchdown run back in week 2. Back to Crowell, spins away from Sims, but not much more after that.
But this is the only the second possession the Cleveland Browns have had the ball outside their own 15-yard line. RG3 and company here need to cash in and get something on the board.
Griffin is 2 for 9 for 20 yards with an interception. His quarterback rating is 0. Second down and 8. Griffin's pass incomplete. Threw it behind Corey Coleman.
There's a miscommunication. Robert Griffin not happy with the adjustment that Coleman made. I don't know whether he was supposed to stay on the move or not, but it just did not look like a good throw at all. You see Coleman sitting down.
Yeah, that ball just went right into the dirt.
It just dove. I think that was just a bad ball.
Coleman's been targeted 6 times today, and he has not caught any of the targets. And once again, the Browns in a 3rd and long. It's 3rd down and 8. Griffin has plenty of time. Now chased out, going to keep it himself. Off to the races, lunges ahead, and he was down, and that's going to be short of a first down.
On the field as the runner is down by contact, short of the line to gain, 4th down.
And I think we're going to see Hugh Jackson go for it again in this situation.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's the right move. You're down 20 points in the first half, but Hugh Jackson's sitting out. You can tell the fans what the fans think about it. It's a 4th and 1. They got one earlier in the game, and I think maybe Hugh Jackson says if we go to the well one too many times, it may be curtains for us. But I think I'm with you. I'm kind of with the fans. I think you roll the dice and go for it again.
You're down 20-0. You got 2:45 left in the first half. I think you go for it in this situation. Try and get some kind of momentum going into the half.
Instead, it's Colquitt to punt it away to Erickson. Good kick by Colquitt. Erickson back to his own 15. Erickson to the 30. And Erickson out of bounds, forced out by Dominique Alexander. 2:29 to go, and the Bengals lead 20-0.
Why do some cashback cards make earning bonus cashback so complicated? They limit where you can earn bonus cashback to a few places, and those places keep changing every few months. The Quicksilver card from Capital One doesn't do any of that. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Leave complicated behind. What's in your wallet?
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console with 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, 4K video streaming, and high dynamic range gaming. The new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. The ultimate games and 4K entertainment system.
Xbox One S, now $249.
Sometimes you feel the need to take a smellfie. Hanes wants to end the smellfie. Those quick self-sniffs to check the old smell levels. But this thing we've all done doesn't need to be a thing. There's a smart way to stay fresh. Hanes with Fresh IQ Advanced Odor Protection Technology. Bonus packs available now.
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report, join JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cower. They'll have all the latest NFL scores and highlights from the warm studio in New York. It's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. 2:29 to go. The Bengals have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning and a 20-0 lead on the Browns as Cincinnati tries for its 12th season sweep in this long rivalry against the Browns. They'll start this drive at the 32-yard line. Jeremy Hill back in the game. That's a good sign for Cincinnati. As we showed you at the end of their last drive, he watched from the sideline after he fell on his left shoulder. And it looks like Cincinnati will just let the clock tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, you talk about the feel on this Cincinnati sideline. I mean, they feel very good about their first half, obviously. And that run play, I mean, all of a sudden it looks like both these teams are looking for halftime to get in and make some adjustments.
I just see a black screen. What are you looking at? Crazy stuff, man. You gotta see this.
Hey, what is it? It's like some 3D virtual world. Can I see? Oh, yeah. Look at the moon.
This Christmas, spread some holiday cheer.
Flemings, I'm going to give you a little love all over your faces.
Not sure how to interpret that.
With the most hilarious movie of the year.
It's going great.
I'm getting a little bit a different vibe.
YM, rated R.
Will your business be ready when growth presents itself? American Express Open Cards can help you take on a new job. Or fill a big order. Or expand your office and take on whatever comes next. Find out how American Express cards and services can help prepare you for growth at open.com.
Hyundai presents the better drive of the week. Down by 15 in the third quarter last week, the Raiders got a drive going with a completion to tight end Clive Walford and a big run by Latavius Murray. They capped it off with a touchdown pass from quarterback Derek Carr to receiver Michael Crabtree and went on to earn their 6th straight win. Brought to you by Hyundai, official sponsor of the NFL. Better drives us.
This holiday season, celebrate TV's best.
Oh, man.
Works for me. Now that is a lot of holiday cheer.
Cheers to that. Cheers.
Steve Berline's relatives in attendance today as the Bengals lead the Browns 20-0 at the 2-minute warning. They hand it off to Rex Burkhead up the middle, and Christian Kirksey brings him down. What a half it's been in the snow for the Bengals offense.
Well, the Bengals did something really good. Fortunately, of course, with this reverse on the first series of the game to Tyler Boyd, they get down, get the big play, and it turns into a Tyler Eifert touchdown catch. They did a smart thing. They kept their foot on the gas in these bad conditions. They punched it in with Jeremy Hill. Tyler Eifert again. The Bengals, once they got going, they didn't let up, man. They have really kept their foot on the gas offensively, and it's paid dividends. Plus, the turnovers their defense have gotten have given them a stranglehold on this game.
3 touchdowns today for the Bengals, 3 first downs so far for the Browns as Burkhead brings it into Cleveland territory. And a timeout called for by Cincinnati. They have 1 remaining. 1:17 to go in the first half.
Family road trip. Fun. Check engine. Not fun, but you've got hum. That's like driving with this guy. All you do is press this, and in plain English, you'll know what's wrong. If you do need a mechanic, just press this.
Thank you for calling Hum.
And if you really need help, help can find you automatically, 24/7, because you put this in here. Hum by Verizon, the technology designed to make your car smarter, safer, and more connected. Put some smarts in your car.
1 timeout left for Cincinnati, 1:17 to go in the first half. Dalton throws to Eifert for a first down, and Jamie Collins wrestles him down. Tyler Eifert with his 5th catch of the first half. We met with him last night. He said this is the best he's felt all season, and said he was flying around all week at practice. Of course, missed the first 6 games because of ankle and back injuries. Dalton to the sideline, caught by Boyd. Boyd is able to get a couple of extra yards, getting away from Jamar Taylor. And the clock is stopped with 46 seconds to go. Don't forget, coming up, Verizon halftime report. Our guys back in New York will have all the scores and highlights from around the NFL, all coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
Well, as we pointed out, Andy Dalton doing a great job now, just finding a way to get this offense operating efficiently, spreading the football around. A lot of different guys making plays today.
Dalton taking a shot to the end zone to Erickson, and he's out of bounds, incomplete. Just the 3rd incompletion this half for Andy Dalton. He's 13 out of 16.
Yeah, one of the things we just spoke about as we looked at the success that Bengals offense has been having, and then you see Dalton here take the shot down the field. Steve Berline, you brought it up in the open. The Bengals come in here facing an 0-12 Browns team. It's easy enough to come in and take it out of gear, and you told them not to believe what they saw. And not to believe the 0-12 record, and they haven't. They have really stepped up. They know they have to win out to have any shot at the playoffs, and they're putting it on the line for Marvin Lewis.
On 3rd and 1, it's Burkhead using his blockers around the edge, and Rex Burkhead pushed out at the 16. Another Cincinnati first down, a gain of 11 for Burkhead.
Just a simple play that every offense has, but it's got to be called at the right time and the right situation. It was a crack sweep to the left side with Burkhead outside there, and it worked to precision. They got the edge, and a nice pickup again for the first down at the 16-yard line.
And you just saw Robert Griffin III on the bench. Part of the reason, or the big reason he's playing today, is to see if he can be the guy. They want to evaluate Griffin. He hasn't been on the field that much. Time of possession heavily tilted towards the Bengals, and Griffin is just 2 out of 10 passing. Dalton in trouble, and he's sacked for the 4th time today. Ogba, the rookie, flying back there. And Cleveland with 4 sacks. That's a season high for their defense.
A really nice stunt. You see Ogba looping around. Cincinnati takes their 3rd timeout, final timeout, but Ogba looping around from the left defensive end position right up the gut, and Dalton had no idea what to do when he saw that big number 9-0 right in his face. You were talking about Robert Griffin, though, and what a huge stretch of games this is, starting with today. He has not done well to this point. A lot of reasons for it, but I think one of the big factors, along with the obvious, the conditions, and against a good Cincinnati team, the field position has been very, very heavily tilted toward the Cincinnati Bengals. Hugh Jackson has not been able to get into his offense.
No timeouts remaining for the Bengals. It's 2nd down and 20. Dalton. And that pass is caught by Cody Core, and Cincinnati now has to hustle up to the line. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12, 10 seconds to go. Dalton pump fakes, now on the run. Dalton just throws it out of the end zone and incomplete. The clock is stopped with 4 seconds left. And out comes Mike Nugent to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, it's interesting. You see Andy Dalton do that. He breaks contain, and you almost think, well, that's going to be it for the Bengals. And on the reverse side, Robert Griffin, he breaks contain. You think, wow, they're going to make a play now. And that's one of the things. Andy Dalton is a pocket passer. He doesn't make the plays outside the pocket with his arm. He may run for a first down once in a while, but he does the right thing. He took the sack, didn't get any crazy, and he gave his team a chance to come away with 3 points by not trying for the big play and getting the turnover.
36-yard attempt for Mike Nugent. He's missed a lot right, and he misses another right. That's been the problem for Nugent on extra points, and that's his 12th missed kick of the season. A 36-yard attempt, misses out to the right. We spoke with Jay Feely, our kicking expert for the NFL on CBS, and he said when you're pushing it right, you're not confident. It's not an aggressive kick. Another miss for Nugent at the half. It's Cincinnati on top 20-0. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
You think it was an execution?
An innocent man. I didn't kill him. Caught between an FBI sting and a corrupt agent.
This could be a trap.
How do you know that?
New Elementary, CBS tonight.
New Monday. Nothing can prepare you for Hurricane Han.
Will we or won't we?
We won't.
New Two Broke Girls. Then it's an Odd Couple holiday spectacular.
There's only one place I'm putting these antlers, and it will not make you jolly.
New Odd Couple after a new Two Broke Girls. CBS Monday.
Don't miss the new hit series MacGyver. CBS Friday, 8/7 Central.
On December 21st.
Warning, gravity failure.
Nothing happens by accident. Passengers.
Rated PG-13.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know the Wi-Fi password?
Do not look at my daughter. All one word.
Funny.
Not funny.
Save $10 per night. Just stay 2 nights or more. Book today at daysinn.com.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yeah, great job. 4 times, obviously, they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Do you know what's going on?
We woke up 90 years too soon.
There's something they didn't tell us.
There's a reason we woke up early. Our little secret.
Passengers, rated PG-13.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. Get NFL Mobile to watch live, local, and primetime games, highlights, NFL Red Zone, and more, all without using any data, only on Verizon. I'm James Brown, along with the full house here in Studio 43. To the highlights we go.
Yeah, the snow up in Buffalo, and the Steelers came out, 2 Le'Veon Bells, touchdowns in the first half, this one from 7 yards out, but 2 Ben Roethlisberger interceptions keeps Buffalo in this game. They're leading 14-7 at the half.
And JB, from the snow, we go to the rain. Down in Miami, this game has been played in the first half, downpour. Ryan Tannehill actually has 2 touchdown passes. Carson Palmer, 2 interceptions. Dolphins lead 13-6, 14-6.
All right, big AFC showdown. Houston against the Indianapolis Colts. Lamar Mills going to take this one in from 2 yards out. 13-3, Houston is up.
Very physical game down in Tennessee right now, and Tennessee's running all over Denver. They have over 140 yards on the ground.
Wow.
They lead 13-0 as they head closer to half.
San Diego at Carolina. Cam Newton on 3rd and 6 going to drop back and fire it into Devin Funchess for the 6-yard touchdown. Melvin Gordon left the game with a hip. Carolina up 20-0. Chicago at Detroit. Matthew Stafford's going to drop back and find Anquan Bolden for his 7th touchdown of the season. He moves 10th all-time in receptions.
All right, Minnesota, Jacksonville, this is the type of game coach likes right here. All field goals so far. 9-9, good defense being played. Sam Bradford playing pretty well in that contest.
And I definitely appreciate those games, Tony. How about Carson Wentz right here? He's going to find Darren Sproles. The Philadelphia Eagles, 4-1 at home, again, giving Washington everything as they lead 13-7.
All right, it's the Battle of Ohio. Hey, JB, if they played a game and nobody showed up, did they actually play the game?
Yep.
Well, Andy Dalton showed up. He's 14 of 18, 2 touchdown passes. They lead the hapless Browns 20-0.
Yeah, well, somebody else who's showing up, it's the NFL MVP candidate, Matt Stafford. He's playing himself a heck of a game, making plays with his legs. This play goes all the way down to Marvin Jones Jr. for the big catch, and then they capitalize with the touchdown. Anquan Bolden, Bart showed you this one earlier. He's coming out, and he's playing some outstanding. Look at these stats. He's 16 of 23 right now, 176 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks, playing like an MVP candidate.
I'll tell you, things are getting chippy in Tennessee, boys. Watch this. This
no.
He's going to take out Chris Harris Jr. Now, the good news, Chris Harris Jr. did not get hurt, but Aqib Talib took exception to this. There was a penalty on Aqib Talib. This led to a field goal attempt and a successful field goal for Tennessee, but you can just see right now what Tennessee's doing. They're saying you are not coming into our house without us pushing back, and they are pushing back physically right now.
That play was unethical, but not illegal, and I can understand the reaction.
Well, I played for Coach Mike Mularkey. He was my offensive coordinator, and this is something they want to be physical, and they're going to go after you to the whistle, sometimes after the whistle, to set the tone and let the defense know, hey, we're here to play.
I love December football. The big boys come out to play. You see guys making business decisions. Get in front of the train if you want to. It's going to hurt.
The amazing thing is we all said in the pregame show that Tennessee was going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball right, and they were going to try to be more physical than Denver Broncos.
The old Terminator.
And Detroit has looked very good. Matthew Stafford had that finger on his throwing hand, but he's found a way to still throw the ball very accurately.
A business decision here. Verizon Report continues.
That's a business.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile without using any data. Only on Verizon.
If we can reduce injury in automotive, hopefully we can do the same thing for synthetic turf. The goal is to reduce the forces that your body experiences from an impact with the playing surface. The shock pad goes underneath the artificial turf and provides an additional layer of energy-absorbing capability. The technology is made out of resilient thermoplastic materials that buckle and then recover for the next impact. We see potential for the product to be used everywhere from youth soccer to the NFL.